everybody. This is just a little PSA to say that Season 2 of Bit Weird But Fair Enough is coming very soon. And what I thought I might do here is play you some snippets of last season just to get you in the mood for some new stuff that's coming along. So to warm you up for the weirdness that's nearly here in Season 2, here are some bits that you may have heard before. I read something just before we came on, which I'm going to call the Weird Law of the Week.
Oh.
Now, I didn't see a source, so this may well be bullshit. But let's run with it for now and assume that it's bona fide. In 2007, the Chinese government passed a law which stated that it is illegal for Tibetan monks to reincarnate without the government's permission. Now, that's an astounding thing for the Chinese government to be discussing. Well, I was going to say parliament, but they don't really have a parliament, do they? They have like a boardroom of sorts, I think, don't they?
So, I mean, that is true, but like, do you need to break that down? Like, do they have to apply for it before they die, or like how does the logistics of it seem a little there's a bit of red tape involved, isn't there?
Well, I don't know. Is there great shame on the family if you see a yak that sort of behaves a little bit like Jim did before he died? Like, they go back to Jim's family and say, he's clearly reincarnated. There's shame on all of you.
Well, more importantly, did they confiscate the yak? Like, sorry,
look,
we're taking Jim. Yeah. We warned you. You didn't fill out the form.
In the stocks. Jim being, of course, a extremely common Tibetan monk name.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, it's shortened, but abbreviated for his friends. But yeah, very, very common.
Yeah, look, I'm going to go ahead and say that I might try and find something with a source next time because I'm not sure about that. That sounds just a little too kooky, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I have a feeling it's true, really, just to try and shut down the Dalai Lama's influence, right? Wouldn't that be what it's about? To be like, sorry, Dalai Lama, you can't reappear when you die in a body of a young child because you haven't done the paperwork, so we don't recognize you? I don't know.
Oh, so it's just like an extra way to screw the Tibetans.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a bureaucratic way to like, sorry, no, Dalai Lama, no, you didn't fill out this form. Sorry, not welcome.
I suppose it's one of those things too where it doesn't really matter if the Chinese believe in it or not. If the Tibetans believe in it, then
and again,
that has the effect.
What is the effect of this law if it's put in place? Like, what do they confiscate? You got to put the soul back. You got to send it back.
Yeah. Well, here's what the monks say: the effect. I'll tell you what the effect is. It's pissing me off.
Oh, yeah. Ghostbusters.
Sorry, I just felt I need to quote Ghostbusters there for a moment. It is an offence to possess 50 kilos or more of potatoes at any given time.
Where? Here?
In Western Australia.
Western Australia?
Yeah.
50 kilos or more?
Yeah.
Surely this poses all sorts of issues for potato farmers.
I hadn't thought of any. Maybe are there potato farms in Western Australia? Maybe there aren't.
Surely it poses all sorts of issues for potato importers and exporters. Well, just importers if we figure that there are no potato farmers.
All right,
surely they grow potatoes in Western
Australia.
All right,
well, let me read you the Section 22 of the Marketing of Potatoes Act, 1946.
One of my favourite acts.
I probably don't need to read it to you, but I'm reading it for the benefit of the listeners. You know it well.
I know it very well. I can mouth along with you for the people watching on News Channel 8.
So Section 22 of the Marketing Potatoes Act 1946 says, it prohibits anyone from selling, delivering, purchasing, or taking delivery of 50 kilos or what appears to be 50 kilos in brackets.
Go on. Wait, we need to dig into a bit of this. So if you had one giant light potato that was like 49 kilos, but that looks like a 50 kiloer.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Or it sort of grew hollow.
Okay, so...
And so it doesn't have much weight to it, but it's
hollow potato. Yeah, that happens.
Now, having that in there kind of puts you at the mercy of, potato police who might be bad weight guesses.
Okay, so there are many questions here. Is there a special division of potato police?
Well, why would you create a law and then not get a kind of a special team to enact it?
Indeed. And going back even one more, what is the purpose of this? Why are they worried about you having more than 50 kilos of
I don't bring the whys, I just bring the whats.
That's fair.
Yes, it prohibits anyone from selling, delivering, purchasing, or taking delivery of 50 kilos or what appears to be 50 kilos or more of potatoes unless...
Oh, go on, okay.
You are a member of the Potato Corporation or an authorised agent.
Big Potato.
This is a scam by Big Potato to get membership numbers up.
Jesus. Big Potato, mate.
Big Western Australian potato.
Yeah, you got to watch out for
pushing the little guy around.
Wow.
Lucius Licinius Crassus, who was a Roman consul and statesman, had a pet eel. All right?
Yeah, okay.
It's not that unusual. A lot of upper crust Roman Senate types had little ponds, pools that they kept fish and eels and so on in.
Okay.
Difference being in this instance that Crassus loved his eel so much that he bought it necklaces and earrings.
Okay, okay. Do eels have either necks or ears?
Well, the necklace was fine. It's pretty much nothing but neck. But
yeah, but you need I mean, I know what you're saying there. An eel is pretty much neck, but in my understanding, you need some kind of shoulder to stop the necklace from falling off.
You should feel pretty confident in that understanding. That is absolutely my understanding as well.
Although, if the eel is swimming and it's always in a horizontal position, then I guess the necklace is going to. It's something I've never thought about, but now I can't stop thinking about it, is how long would a necklace stay on an eel as it was swimming through water?
Well, here's the thing, though, that I've just realised. In none of the things I read did it say they actually put them on the eel.
Oh, he just bought them.
Yeah, so might have just kind of had it in a fancy case, kind of shown it to the eel, I guess, when the eel swam close, just kind of,
So it's like a family heirloom. Like, hey,
yeah.
See this? This watch. It's 100 years old.
Yeah.
You can't have it.
Don't take it out of the box.
No. You can't wear it.
Yeah.
Just it's over there. That's yours.
I do have quite an amusing image though of someone trying to jam earrings onto an eel. Although I think that would well, they're notoriously slippery, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, like. Can you pierce an eel? Is that something that's easy to do?
It's just stabbing it with.
You just get a very good danger of killing it.
So Crassus's eel apparently would recognise the approach of her owner.
Right.
Would swim to the pond edge to be fed by hand. Typical treats included green figs, milk curds, and ripe arbutus berries crushed by the fingers. Arbutus berries being apparently strawberry-like berries, but not quite strawberries. So that's
a well-kept eel.
That's a fancy eaten eel.
Yeah, fancy eel.
Yeah.
And going, there's old mate, what's his name? Crassus,
yeah. Well,
Crassus, yeah. Here comes Crassus, going to give me all these exotics.
Yeah. Well, just imagine, the water bearers walking in and seeing the eel eating figs.
Off a cheese plate. Basically, he's just made like a cheese antipasta platter. He's got a little fig paste here. You got some fig paste, some berries, some curd, some cheesy.
That's right. While the water bearer goes home for a bit of millet and, wrap, probably.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh, yeah, that's a good living eel.
Yeah, and finally, Crassus apparently held a funeral for the pet that was quite well attended. So there you go.
Well attended.
Yeah, that's the story of the fanciest eel ever known.
Is there any truth to the rumour that the eel died after being pierced for its new earrings?
They say he ate a bad fig, but he had lots of pin marks around his head.
Yeah, or he was at the bottom of the lake because the necklace that was around him was like a Mr. T style 18 chains.
Well, funnily enough, the eel didn't like to fly either.
Oh God, we've had a Ghostbusters reference and an A-Team reference.
Yeah.
We know this is what we're dealing with.
Yep.
This is where we belong.
Yeah, it's in the wheelhouse. It is against the law to honk a car horn at a sandwich shop after 9 p.m. So that is a law that is written as such. 9 p.m. You dare fucking honk a horn at a sandwich shop, you better hope the popo's not on your back, because
I've found, right, some of these kind of inane, specific laws, to me, it just makes me feel like someone once did that too much. Like, for them to want to make a law, they were like, fuck, Barry, fuck. Every night, man, coming out here, fucking honking your horn at the sandwich store.
Well, that just sounds like one particular councillor had one beef with somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And then somehow got through a law. Yeah. I completely get that. I saw one the other day, I was at a park, and it was like, there was a water bit, like a pond, and it said like, no ducks, no this, no that, and then tacked on the bottom with the same sign made, but obviously had come later, was no nude wading. And it was like, surely they were like, we didn't make the sign like expressive enough. Too many people think it's okay to nude wade in
Keep
here.
tacking things on
exactly,
the end.
right? Yeah.
Sorry, no ducks?
I couldn't come up with what it was. I think the ducks are fine there.
Okay.
And also they can't read signs.
No, that's my problem with that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, that's okay. The only way they're going to learn is if, you put signs up. They're not going to learn if you don't.
Yeah, what, teaching ducks to read, you mean? Yeah. At least ducks aren't going to fucking drive out the front of your sandwich store and honk after 9. That's really specific.
No. So the exact wording of the law, and it's from Little Rock.
Arkansas.
No person shall sound the horn on a vehicle at any place where cold drinks or sandwiches are served after 9 p.m.
Okay,
So that
cold
actually
drinks,
broadens
yeah,
it
that
out
broadens a little. Can't go out the front of a bar. You can't tell your mates you're out the front ready to pick them up from the bar by honking at them. Got to get out and go in.
Yeah, bar.
Cold
drinks.
beverage.
Wow, I hadn't thought of that.
Maybe it's one of those laws. Maybe this is a conjunction law. Some states or some places, if you serve booze, you have to also serve food.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like in Arkansas, you have to serve sandwiches with your booze.
Well, maybe there was a lot of fights being started by people honking horns outside.
Come on out here, dickhead. Yeah.
Outside bars.
Bring a sandwich, you fuck.
But the hospitality lobby in that, so you can't write a law that
Big hospitality, yeah.
That excludes us. So we went, all right, we'll make it about sandwich shops. And then we'll add this bit about cold
beverages and sandwich shops. Yeah, what a bizarre law. It appears as if America's full of them. Just these weird state laws that are just...
Yeah, are they all from times when, any old hick who wanted to be mayor...
This is obviously from the times when we had cars.
Yeah, but I meant the tradition of making up any old law that peeved you, one person off particularly.
Yeah, I don't want you doing that, Steve. Let's, we'll make a law about it.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah. All right, I'll make a law about it, Steve.
Honky.
I'll run for governor, and then I'll be the governor and make a law about it.
Honky Steve, we've told you about the honking.
Yeah, get out of it.
I'm going to honk all night. You can't do nothing about it.
Calm down, Honky Steve. No, I'll do what I want, Sandwich Sam.
Well, a few bits and pieces there from two of our great guests from last season, Matt and Monty. They'll be returning, as well as the other guests that I had in season 1, and a few new faces as well. I should say new tongues rather than faces, shouldn't I? The first episode will drop on the 15th, and then, same as last time, 8 episodes in the season, each Monday thereafter. In the meantime, help me out, share the socials, tell a friend about the podcast, get involved, fire up. To take us out, here's a little conversation Monty was having with me about Johnny Appleseed. Not planned. I was just trying to start the recording and he wouldn't stop looking at Johnny Appleseed facts. So that hit the cutting room floor, but, worth including on this for some reason. See you in a couple of weeks. And now you've looked up Johnny Appleseed. He's interesting, is he?
Just kind of wandered around planting apples.
Johnny Appleseed walked around planting apples.
Yeah.
And what? That's the basis of a fable of some kind, is it?
No, it's a real cat. It's not no fable.
Oh, right.
This Duke, went around fucking planting apple seeds, spreading the good word of the apple.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they called him Johnny Appleseed, didn't they?
Yeah, his name was John Chapman, but they called him Johnny Appleseed because you know what he wanted to do? Just fucking plant some apples.
Right. Wouldn't you be annoyed at the lack of creativity?
Looks like a drifter, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Look at that. Hobo. Stabbing people with my hobo knife. Yeah, interesting.
All right.
Actually,
Why is this of interest to history?
I think he fucking helped America a lot. I think America didn't have any fucking apples. Now they do.
All right. You ready to do something over here?
Ooh, I think he's a Quaker. I think he might be one of the OG Quakers.
Oh, okay.
He didn't have fires at night to keep himself warm because they killed mosquitoes. Wow, he's got his own. There's one now called the Johnny Appleseed, which was his OG seeds.
Are you ready to do a podcast, mate?
Yeah. Ooh, look, it gets sporty. In 2008, the Fort Wayne Wizards, good name for a team, a minor league baseball club, changed their name to the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. Don't know what that has
What's
to
that
do.
got to do with Johnny Appleseed?
The tin cap is a reference to the tin hat or pot Johnny Appleseed is said to have worn.
So hang on, he wandered around in a tin,
Yeah, wearing a tin pot
like
on
a
his
saucepan
head,
or something. On
not
his head.
lighting fires, fucking planting apples. He was a crazy man, it sounds like.
I'll ask you yet again, why is this man remembered by history?
Although the local Board of Education deemed Johnny Appleseed too eccentric. Yeah, wow. He's a weird dude. Oh, his apples are not edible either. That's great. They're for making cider, which is good. But non-alcoholic cider.
Do Quakers drink?
Non-alcoholic cider.
Oh, right. Mm.
Is that apple juice?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
All right, I've heard enough about Johnny Appleseed.
Okay, sure.